Thank you so much for joining. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is VJ. I'm currently working with ABC Company. My total years of experience is 4.5, in which my relevant in the service now is 4. I've been working as an administrator plus as a developer. And talking about my day-to-day activities, I've been into configuration. I've been into creating the client scripts, business rules, and in configuration of the systems. Basically, my work revolves around ServiceNow ITSM and service catalog part.
Okay, so what is your current work? Means what currently you're doing? Current
Currently, I've been into
assignment.
creating into some workflow changes and catalog items plus the translation. Been doing translation of means translating ServiceNow into one of the language, French.
Okay, so translation. Great.
Yes.
Uh, so what exactly the process of doing these translations? What are the plugin? If there any subscription, can you please guide me that?
Sure, sir. So for translation, we have one I-18 plugin of different languages. Let's say I'm doing for the French. We have I-18 French language. We have to go to the plugin manager and activate that. What ServiceNow is offering by default when we activate the plugin, the out of the box fields are translated automatically. But there are different fields which are not which are means customs which is made by us. For that purposes we there is something called I-18 debugging. We have to
Okay.
activate from the application navigator. From that we get to know the table name. Let's say on the incident form I'm getting priority, and that I have to convert. So
Mm-hmm.
the prefix will be there for the particular which on which table this, let's say, label is stored. So I have to go to that table and make the entry of the particular languages.
Okay.
So it, yeah.
So it depends on if I am English, then I will see English, and if somebody is French, he'll see French, right?
Yeah, user will change his language and accordingly he will see.
Okay, great. Okay. So tell me, I see you worked on Flow Designer, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
are the latest updates in Washington release with respect to Flow Designer?
We can save as draft in Washington release of the service now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I got to know. Although we have not migrated to that, I was just getting to the notes and all.
So
So we have
previously
this.
we were not be able to save a Flow Designer.
Actually, no, I didn't get chance, but I was just scrolling through the when all this I got to know. I didn't get
Okay,
much
okay. Can you
on
tell
it.
me, are you following these new news regarding updates and all, right?
Yes, yes.
So tell me five features which you recall of Washington release. Many
One
people
of
are
the great
sharing on
feature.
LinkedIn also, right?
Mhm. Yeah. One of the best feature I like is that they have given, like we do in the business rule or client script, that suggestion field on the background script. That
Okay.
is one of the great feature I like in Washington release.
Suggestion,
Uh, yeah,
like example.
let's say I'm putting the glide record.
Mm-hmm.
So it earlier what it was like plain text only, but now we get
Oh, okay,
like
okay,
colored
okay. Okay,
that thing.
okay.
Yes, yes,
By adding dot, you will see options and all. You're
yes,
talking
yes,
about
yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, great. Second.
Another was there's something in the studio workflow one. I'm not quite recall mostly, and
So
there's
second is
some.
like workflow and all these, designing things are under one roof. That is why
Mm-hmm.
that is
And
this
there was some
designer.
in ATF also, although I'm not working on that, but I was reading that some uh, developments were there in the ATF part also.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So how many instance you have in your
Basically,
company? How many
we have
instances are there?
three instances:
Three
dev,
instance. So, uh-huh.
QA, and production.
Okay. So what is your, way to move the changes to production? Come on, tell me the complete process.
Okay. Basically, let's say we made some configuration changes on the dev part.
So from where
One
you are getting the changes, how you are getting the changes?
for that purpose, our client is making the project. For particular this client I'm telling about, what
Mm-hmm.
he is doing, not particular, not fully agile, but in the service now only they are creating the projects, they are
Okay.
stating the requirements, and we only are taking requirements. When business analysts are not there, we only are taking the requirements, and we are giving the notes in that also, that we have concluded, we have confirmed on these requirements, and accordingly we are just creating a update set, doing the development and putting in the notes. So
Okay.
whatever the development we are doing, and
Mm-hmm.
then we, because previously some incident was there, because of which some configuration was gone, and unnecessary config. So what we are doing, we have introduced this practice, we are peer reviewing the update set. Let's say I am one developer and another one is will peer review that whatever I have written, only those changes are there. So
Okay.
that is being transferred to QA. First we
Mm-hmm.
do unit testing on dev, then QA. In the QA, mostly the business analyst or other team, our leads and all, will be checking whatever the development we have done. Then after the sign off, we are creating a change request and we are moving it to the production.
Okay. Okay. So you are doing a part of PA also, right?
Performance analytics, not much,
No, no.
but
PA, not PA. I'm
okay.
saying you are doing the part of business analyst as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, busy, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Business
This,
consultant or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Suppose tomorrow client will ask you, okay, gentlemen, I want to do CMDB governance. Okay,
Okay.
so what you can, what technically you conclude from that? What does he mean?
Not much. I am aware of the CMDB
Mm,
part. Sorry.
okay, so you know what is a governance?
Yeah, governance is sort of means whatever are the CIs and all are there, means governing what are their management and all, means what I know about the governance means it's like cross checking and all, something taking that all things are together at the place, something like that.
Okay, so governance means whether the CIs are correct, whether the information is correct.
Hmm.
When we see governance, so this is the meaning of governance, whether there is no duplicate CI or something. So just understand these concepts as well, right?
Sure, sure.
Because CMDB is a very integral part of any application. Wherever
Yes,
you
yes.
see, you will see CI or configuration item somewhere, sometime, all the times.
Hmm.
So
Yes,
CI
yes.
is always there. Okay.
Sure,
Okay,
sure,
let's
sure.
move to the next. I see you worked on coding best practices. So what are
Yes.
the coding best practices for someone who is doing coding in 2024?
For them, I can say that avoid using glider friends and client scripts, and try to use as much as use of the script include, so that many reusable functions, and do not use the current update in the business rules and all.
So these are the from very beginning. Anything new which you have come across, or it is
Not
the same from the beginning?
mostly. I remember this only.
Okay, okay. So you are following all this?
Yeah, most probably we are trying our best,
Okay,
although
great.
not 100%, but whatever we, according to our technical
Uh-huh,
intelligence, we are doing whatever we can do, we do.
great. Okay, tell me the difference between a report and a dashboard.
So basically, what we can say, dashboard is a graphical representation of multiple reports. Let's say
Okay.
report. Yeah, basically, let's say I am taking the reports of incident from particular channel, but I want to compare it and see the by pie chart or something. So I can create a dashboard that would be much more graphical representation of that.
Okay. So in a report we have sorry, in a dashboard we have more than one reports.
Yeah, we can create. We
Okay.
can merge.
So you know about database views?
Yeah, I know. Means we
Have
have
you
seen
created
some.
any?
No, no, not created, but I know some. That's why I mentioned.
Okay. So if you know, then tell me what is left join?
Basically, sir, left join is like in SQL, what I remember.
Yeah, that's what it
Hmm.
is. Tell me please.
Means updating some. Not sure, right?
Okay, no problem. Just go through it, okay? Have you
Sure,
moved the
sure.
data into ServiceNow? Have you uploaded any data till now?
I have been part of the process, not particularly I have done individually, but I have been a part of that process.
Okay, so do you
Means
know
not
what is the
individually.
process? How to move data or upload data into one of the table from outside? How to import data into ServiceNow? Do you know the process?
Yes, 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 sir.
Tell me.
We can either through integrations or by uploading the Excel and all, we can load the data into the what we call the staging table.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can accordingly transform it as per the ServiceNow tables. Means whatever the fields and all we want, or any restrictions or applications, any restrictions, or let's say, or any governance we want to put, we can put according to that, and then particularly we can transform the data, and then we can upload in the desired table.
Okay. So what are these transform scripts?
Transform can basically, sir, are used for, let's say in the let's say I have to map, let's say in the Excel field I have some ID, and that
Mm-hmm.
I have to map here to some field.
Okay.
So but we can do either through transform map, or let's say if something more is required, we can put the transform scripts also, so accordingly mold it into the service now pattern.
So you're saying like if we want to modify data and bit in transit, then we can use it.
Yeah, for means, sir, means for transforming whatever we can, although it can be automated also, but let's say we want something more for the relationships between the fields of external data source and data service now table. For that purpose is mostly we use the scripts.
Okay. Okay, tell me five data sources in ServiceNow.
It's
Five
Excel.
data sources, yeah. Okay.
We can do it XML, uh,
Okay.
and I think ODT.
ODT. What is this?
It's like the word format only,
Okay.
and integration, I guess. And what we have the CSV,
Okay.
and what we have the protocols FTP and all, I guess,
Okay.
and JDBC database.
JDBC. Okay. So what is this FTP?
Basically, the file transfer protocol we use, no?
Yep. Tell me more about it. What is the procedure of using FTP?
Not quite sure. I just gone through that this
You have your
thoroughly.
personal development instance with you?
Not currently.
No means are you using, are you practicing things on it?
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I get time, I use.
Okay. 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 Tell me one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I have a table. Okay. And I want to know how many ACLs are running on that table, and that too in
Mm-hmm.
sequence wise. Like this one is running fast, and then second, this one is running, and all. Okay. So is
Mm-hmm.
there a way to know?
I think we have something called uh, ACL Access Analyzer.
Okay.
If yeah, yeah, through that. Although I have not used, but I've gone. Means I
Theoretically,
think
you
we
know.
can debug. Yes, yes, yes. We
But
can debug there.
yes, okay. Have you been a part of any upgrade?
Upgrade part means got to know about the mails and all chain which was going, not on that team. But yeah, I know the somewhat process theoretical part.
So, did you have any responsibilities during upgrade?
It was just like that. That please take the backups of whatever the development you have done
Oh,
in
okay.
case of any. This was the instruction given to us.
Okay. So do you know what are the fixed scripts?
Fixed scripts, yeah. So basically, if some error we have, got anything for that purposes, fixed scripts are used in the upgradation part. It's less like that only, background scripts only, but it's like documented way of using background script.
So this is the whole purpose.
Or fixed scripts? No, no, sir. I have just whatever for what use case I have used a script, fixed scripts. No,
Have you
that
used
I
it
done that.
anywhere?
Yes, yes, yes. There was some issue with us. There was issue because one of means the priority was getting updated. मतलब एक one value which
Mm-hmm.
was updating, which was changing the priority. For that purposes, we use fixed script to fix that value because the priority was upgrading to P1 because we did some changes. So it was in the production. It was for the old incident. So it was sending the request notification. So we used fixed script for that to update it to downgrade the priority by
Okay.
that particular value so that automatically the priority was getting fixed. For that purposes, once I used the fixed script.
Okay. Have you worked on service catalog?
Yes, yes.
So, what was your work like? What you created in service catalog?
Basically, sir, what the process here is, we get the FRS functional requirement. We get the Excel where we got the name and whatever the fields and whatever the logic they want, means the workflow logic and all. Accordingly, we make the catalog items.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Sometimes this is like they also give for the means the client gives the requirement that we want that user could make a, let's say, incident or something. So we have to get to know that okay, for this we have to use the record producer or we have to directly use the make a catalog item. So
Okay. So, how can we make a good service catalog? What are the main, um, fundamental things we have to keep in mind while creating a service catalog or maintaining a service catalog?
um, I think we should, wherever possible, we should use the variable sets and
Okay.
particular mm, and for the mostly for the reusability thing. Only this I can recall. Or yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
uh, if let's say 5 to 6 items, mostly the workflow is like same only. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better we create a, let's say, general workflow and use that only, because
Okay.
it will be easy for debugging in the art, or when we means we should try to keep it as simple as possible for the BAU team also, so that if some issue is there they can also fix. So I think this 2 points.
Okay. Have you heard about categorization?
Categorization, yes, yes.
So, okay.
I mean, the catalog part, na?
Yes, yes, in service catalog.
Mhm.
Okay. Tell me one thing. What is CSM
CSM is particular like module only customer service management.
and
Uh,
ESM,
ESM and not sure.
employee
ESM
service
part.
management?
Okay, okay.
So, if I ask you, service catalog is a part of what? CSM or ESM?
I think it would come in both because even employees and sometimes user also both can use.
Okay. Okay. Have you done any integration till now?
No, no, didn't get a chance to work on that.
So, what actually we do in integration? Do you know that? Why we are doing integrations? It's
Yeah,
very technical, challenging thing. So, why we are taking this headache? What are the
uh,
advantages of integration? Tell me, please.
so basically integration what we use, let's say a particular form is having their own let's say modules for capturing, let's say, the anything, let's say any incident or any request, and they are using, they don't want to particularly shift, they want that data to be generated or records to be generated in the service now. So for that purpose, for the smooth data transition and all, integration are used so that their own whatever software we can utilize, and also we can extend the capabilities of ServiceNow also by integration.
Okay. Uh, have you created any SLA till now?
SLA, yes, sir. I've worked
What
on that.
SLA was that?
Basically, sir, for the categorization we have used means gold, silver, bronze. Three SLA we have made
Okay.
as per whatever the CI was there. According to that, SLA would be applicable.
Okay,
Let's say
you,
a gold CI is
yeah.
attached
Mm-hmm.
to incident, then gold SLA. And if no CI is attached, then it will be bronze SLA.
Okay, so what happening when SLA is attached?
Means
So what is
SLA
the
whenever
purpose of SLA? Tell me that.
SLA sir is like just like it's like timeline or the agreement that in this particular time you have for better customer experience, and so customer don't have to wait. It's like a agreement that you have to fix this but these type of particular problem in this stimulated time,
Okay, okay, good.
and if it breaches and all, then accordingly penalties and all whatever there's we can apply.
Okay. Have you created order guide?
Yes sir, order guide.
So what is order guide?
So order guide is basically used means it's like a bunch of catalog items we want to order together. Means in one request only we can create many items. Let's say if particular classic example is for the new joining. If a new joiner is there, then whatever the systems or the furniture or something, access card and all, access for software and all they
Mm-hmm.
want to raise, rather than for making for the end user good, rather than creating the request individually, they can create in a bunch. So it will be better for the end user experience also. For these
Okay,
purposes basically we use auto.
okay, okay, great. Have you created any flow till now using Flow Designer?
Not a flow designer, but I worked on the workflow. But yeah, some
Workflow.
changes I have done on the flow designer. Let's
So
say some enhancement
which
is
one
there.
you like better, Flow Designer or Workflow?
Oh, sir, if we let's say if some in some cases I like work flow designer, because that for create getting the data from another variable, that is very means technically more sound we have to use in the workflow. While here the data pills is a very good feature we can use to get the that particular thing. Let's say data from the previous activity if we want, but here it's quite challenging using in workflow. But in many cases workflow is also good. uh,
Li-
what uh,
Like,
what I have discussed from the colleagues and all, they were saying that if for more technically engaging, scenarios and all, workflow is better, and
okay,
it's more what we can say graphically more, explaining to the support team as compared to flow designer.
okay, okay. But you have to be strong in Flow Designer, right?
Yes,
Because
yes,
it
yes.
is doing all part of scripting. Everything is come into Flow Designer only.
Yes, yes, yes. It's much easier.
Okay. I guess I'm done with the interview. You have any question?
Mm, not as any suggestions and all you want to give?
Yes, suggestion means as you are beginner, okay, how much experience you have?
Uh, I would say, sir, mostly in the development 4, 3.5, and 4, 4 we can say.
Yeah, so
But
just
mostly I have.
try to touch more modules, okay, and
Okay.
start working on your personal development instance. Try all such possible things. Everything is available free of cost there.
hmm
So you
Sure,
have to
sure.
practice a lot and
Okay, okay.
based on basics. So just brush up your basics more, okay,
Okay,
like
okay, sir.
CMDB and all these things.
Sure, sure, sir.
Try to go with the functional understanding, okay, like the
Okay, okay.
question I asked about CMDB governance and all.
Okay, okay, sir.
So being a 4 year experience, people expect these things. So you will be able to do functional analysis and then convert it into technical assessment. So these things should be required as your experience grows.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
चलिए thank you so much and all the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.